Notice in this problem, in this circle, we have two chords and they intersect each other and cross at point D. Notice that we have a variable x, and it's telling us to find the value of x. So they've given us two sides, two values for each side, or each segment I should say, of this first chord, and then we have x representing one segment and we have 14 representing the other. And when this happens, what you're going to use is use the chord to chord theorem. And the chord to chord theorem, it basically just states that if two chords intersect inside of a circle like this one, then the products of the lengths of the chord segments are going to be equal. In other words, if I take this 7 and multiply it to 4 and set it equal to x being multiplied to 14, then I'm able to solve for x because they will be equal to each other. And remember, product just means that we multiply them. So if I want to set up this problem, I'm going to go ahead and write this out. And I'm going to start with this one here that has two numbers. And I'll go ahead and set my problem and say 7, put it in parentheses. So that means times this 4. And I'm going to set that equal to the second chord's values, which are 14 and x. So I'll do x times 14. Now you could just put a dot instead of putting the parentheses. I just happen to put parentheses on this first one. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to multiply it out. So I'm going to do 7 times 4. So let me get my calculator. And you can either do 7 times 4, or you could do parentheses 7, parentheses 4. I just want to remind you, anytime you use parentheses, it's just multiplication, right? You get the same answer. And it's going to be 28. So this becomes 28 on the right side. And over here, x times 14 is just going to give me 14x. Now, I do want to go ahead and solve for x, so I want to isolate it. So while these are being multiplied, I want to take that coefficient, right, the number that's being multiplied to x, and I do want to divide it out. So I'm going to go ahead and divide by 14 on both sides. And I end up getting x is equal to, so we'll do 28 divided by 14 gives me 2. And that's all there is to it. So in this case, x is equal to 2. This line segment right here is a value of 2.